Elevated cortisol levels. What about them? Why is it a big deal, or is it a big deal? Yes, it is a big deal. When you have elevated cortisol levels, you are more prone to chronic disease. One of the main ones you can see is actually diabetes, which happens a lot when you have too high cortisol levels over an extended period of time. But also you can see coronary artery disease, heart disease in general, congestive heart failure, just elevated blood pressure, as well as rheumatoid arthritis. One of the other things you see with elevated cortisol levels is weight gain. You'll see a decrease in your energy, as well as a lack of the ability to get a good night's rest. When you have elevated cortisol levels, you can also see difficulty concentrating or brain fog. You're just not functioning like you were when you were on top of the game. Your immune system goes down, so you're more apt to get colds, flu, COVID, that kind of thing. You want to make sure that your levels are down so you're not running at risk of serious infection. And then rarely, but it does occur, if your cortisol levels are too high, you can develop Cushing's syndrome. So what happens? How do you know that you've got elevated cortisol levels? Well, you can actually have it drawn, but some of the things that you may just see in general are sweating for no reason. All of a sudden you're sweating. Yes, it happens when a fever breaks, and you can have a fever for a lot of different things. However, this will be something that you'll see over time. Also, shakiness. If you're noticing that you tremor a lot, could be that your cortisol levels are up. An increased heart rate can be the result of that, as well as lightheadedness. If you see this, or a combination of all of them, it could be because of that. If you're noticing an elevated heart rate, though, for a prolonged amount of time, I do suggest you get in to see your doctor, because something else could be going on. Dehydration can also cause it as well. So what can cause elevated cortisol levels? Unfortunately, again, one of the main ones is stress. Again, it's a kicker to get rid of it, but it can be one of the big ones. An overactive pituitary or adrenal gland can also be the cause of that. Cancer of those same glands can be the cause of elevated cortisol levels. Chronic disease. So you're kind of chicken before the egg, or egg before the chicken, because elevated cortisol levels can cause chronic disease, but also chronic disease can cause elevated cortisol levels. So you're kind of in a vicious circle there. Then medication side effects can also cause that as well. So you want to be aware of that. So what can you do about it? There are a lot of things that you can do about it naturally without prescriptions to help take care of yourself. First off, get a good night's rest. When you go to bed, shut off the computer, shut off the phone, shut off the TV, turn the lights off, and get a good night's sleep. That naturally will bring those levels down. The other thing that you can do is exercise. 150 to 200 minutes a week is plenty to bring those levels down. Now, you can overdo it. If you're doing more than that, or if you're really pumping iron, that can actually raise those levels up. So if you stick to 150 to 200 minutes a week and make it good cardio exercise, it will help to decrease your heart rate. It'll help to decrease your stress, increase your mood, as well as lowering those cortisol levels. Practice mindfulness. What do I mean by that? Get your head screwed on straight so you're not always in a negative mindset. Take deep breaths. Get off of social media if that's what you need to do. Get out of a fearful way of thinking. And let's all face it, the last 3 years, we've had nothing but fear shoved down our throat. Get out of that fearful mindset, and your cortisol levels will come down. Something else to do along with that, take a breath. Middle of the day, you're stressed out, kids are screaming, boss is screaming. Take a breath, nice deep breathing, and focus on those deep breathing. Do it for 5 minutes a day. That will help bring your heart rate down. It will help bring your mood to a good place, and it will help bring those levels down. Here's a kicker and a terrible one. Have fun and laugh. It's great to laugh every day. It brings your mood up, your blood pressure down, your heart rate down, and your cortisol levels down. So it's okay to watch something on TV, a sitcom that makes you laugh. Maybe you have to find a channel that has reruns of Gilligan's Island and Andy Griffith on it because it doesn't make you mad. Great, do it. 30 minutes a day will help bring those levels down. Healthy relationships. Those can be hard to come by, but find that significant other, find that friend that you can share anything with, and utilize it. And be the sounding board for them as well. It will help bring your cortisol levels down and your mood up. And like I said, your blood pressure will notice a difference as well. Pets. Pets are a great thing to keep your mood where it needs to be and to lower your blood pressure. Several studies have shown 5 to 10 minutes of petting a dog or a cat will bring your blood pressure down. They will also lower your cortisol levels. Spirituality. If you need to pray, you need to read your Bible, you need to meditate, you need to go to church, go to mosque, whatever you need to do, go to temple, do it. It will help get you back in tune with yourself and your spiritual side. All of that can help decrease your blood pressure, elevate your mood, and decrease your cortisol. Then a nutritious diet. Yes, get out of the processed foods that you get at the grocery store, that you get at the fast food, and get back to eating the way you need to. Healthy fruits and vegetables. Fresh is best, frozen is next in line. Get rid of the canned goods, they're empty calories and a waste of money. Whole grains. Watch out there too, because a lot of the things that you buy are not nutritious. Dark chocolate. I'm not a big dark chocolate fan, I hate to tell you. But if you're going to eat chocolate, dark is the way to go. It actually will lower your blood pressure as well. Legumes and lentils. Not a big lentil fan. I am a big green bean fan. So remember to eat legumes and lentils. They're good for you. They'll lower that cortisol. Green tea. Hey, I am a green tea fan. And it is a natural diuretic as well. So remember that. You don't want to be drinking it after probably 8 o'clock at night. You'll be up all night peeing. But it is good throughout the day. And it may raise your blood pressure a little bit, but not near as much as regular tea. So remember, green tea. Probiotics. Again, great thing to help get that gut and brain access going. But a good probiotic will help you out. Remember, probiotics, you need to have the species, class, and genus, class, and species on the label for it to be good quality. Healthy fats. By healthy fats, fish. If you can get fish, seafood, that is a healthy fat. Anything with omega-3s. Omega-3s will help to lower your cortisol level. They help to lower your triglycerides. They help to clear up brain fog. So that's something to remember. Garlic. Not good for your breath, but garlic can help to lower your triglycerides as well as lower your blood pressure and increase your circulation and lower your cortisol. Bananas can help do the same thing. And a lot of water. You've got to be hydrated to be healthy. Vitamins. What vitamins can I take to help lower my cortisol levels? As I mentioned, omega-3. There are a lot of good omegas out there. I like Pure Encapsulations omegas. They really help to hit out of the park everything you need to do. Ashwagandha can help lower your anxiety, which guess what? That can help lower your cortisol levels. But be aware, talk to your pharmacist or provider because there are drug interactions with that. and it's not for patients that have diabetes, high blood pressure, heart issues, thyroid issues, or IBS. So be aware of that. Vitamin B12, 1,000 micrograms a day, along with folic acid and vitamin C, actually increase the metabolism of cortisol. So by increasing the metabolism of cortisol, it decreases the cortisol overall levels. So remember that. If you can get those in, that's very good, as well as increasing your immune system's ability to fight off infection. Chamomile also can help decrease your cortisol levels by decreasing your anxiety. If you take that in the evening, it'll also help you go to sleep. Other things you can do: decrease your caffeine intake. Caffeine elevates your blood pressure, can elevate anxiety. It also elevates your cortisol levels. Hobbies. Get a hobby, develop a hobby that will get you back in tune with taking care of yourself, which can decrease your cortisol levels and decrease your anxiety. Stopping smoking, vaping, or chewing, all of them increase cortisol levels. They affect your gut. They knock out your natural microbiome. You want to cut that out to decrease your cortisol levels. And the last thing is a fun thing. Get outside, go outside, walk outside. Get some fresh air every day. It's been proven that natural vitamin D is the best antidepressant out there. So if you get outside, your anxiety will go down. You walk outside, your stress will go down, all of which will decrease your cortisol as well. So there's a lot of natural ways that you can help yourself to decrease your cortisol levels, which will put you at decreased risk for chronic disease.